we all saw the same thing. We've seen it many times. I've had the honor of hearing tapes. Tapes are scary, very scary tapes. Uh, you had a airliner coming in, American Airlines. He was doing everything right. He was on track. He was the same track as everybody else. They came in. It's probably the same track as they've had for 25 years or more. He's coming in the path. And for some reason, he had a helicopter that was at the same height, obviously when they hit, but pretty much the same height, and going at an angle that was unbelievably bad. When the air traffic controller said, do you see, he was talking about, do you see him? But there was very little time left when that was stated. And then also, he said, follow him in. And then almost immediately after that, seconds after that, there was the crash that took place. Well, follow him in. That means like everything's fine. Follow him in. You had a pilot problem from the standpoint of the helicopter. I mean, because it was visual. It was a very clear night. It was cold but clear, and clear as you could be. The American Airlines plane had lights blazing. They had all their landing lights on. I could see it from the Kennedy Center tape. We had a tape up on the Kennedy Center. That seems to be the primary. Thus far, I'm sure we'll see other tapes because it's such an area where there are a lot of cameras looking up into the air, into space. So we'll probably see many other shots of it before too much time goes by. But we had a situation where you had a helicopter that had the ability to stop. I have helicopters. You can stop a helicopter very quickly. It had the ability to go up or down. It had the ability to turn. And the turn it made was not the correct turn, obviously.
Damn.
And it did somewhat the opposite of what it was told. We don't know that that would have been the difference because the timing was so tight. It was so little. There was so little time to think. But what you did have is you had vision. The helicopter had vision of the plane because you had vision of it all the way, perfect vision of it all the way from at Kennedy Center where the tape was taken. And for some reason, there weren't adjustments made. Again, you could have slowed down the helicopter substantially. You could have stopped the helicopter. You could have gone up. You could have gone down. You could have gone straight up, straight down. You could have turned. You could have done a million different maneuvers. For some reason, it just kept going and then made a slight turn.
There needs to be a huge investigation into this. First of all, rest in peace to all the people that were on the plane, on the helicopter. There needs to be a huge investigation because they said there was, I think, 4 military personnel in the helicopter, and just a month, almost a month, since we've had 2 attacks in this country, in New Orleans and in Las Vegas, both being military personnel. Now, I'm not going to say that it was bad intentions for this helicopter to purposely be in that position to have this plane hit them. But I think there should still be an investigation and the American people should know who these service members are, checking their backgrounds and seeing what exactly happened. Because everything the president just said is like still questioning how come they didn't move. A helicopter is a lot faster than a jet in regards to maneuvering. So this is very interesting.
At the very end, and by that time it was too late. They shouldn't have been at the same height because if it was at the same height, you could have gone under it or over it, and nobody realized, or they didn't say that it's at the same height. At the same height, it still wouldn't have been great, but you would have missed it by quite a bit. It could have been 1,000 feet higher. It could have been 200 feet lower. But it was exactly at the same height, and somebody should have been able to point that out.
Crazy coincidence.
So all of this is going to be studied, but it just seems to me, from a couple of words that I like to use, the words common sense, some really bad things happened, and some things happened that shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, my heart goes out to all those people that passed and their families. If you guys like to comment anything about this video, please do so. Like, subscribe. Um, I'll keep following up with more news, and hopefully there's an investigation on this, and I'd like to know more. Alright guys, peace out.